stay in it, get it, what? Niggas don't stop, we some men on a mission, what? Cooking up beats, then we send them through the street.
Yo, what's up, man? We back at it. We in the kitchen. It's your boy Al Bills.
And it's your boy Knox.
Bills! What up with y'all, man? Y'all know how we doing it. We back here.
We in the kitchen.
Fine Entertainment YouTube channel. We want you to subscribe, like, share, comment.
Hit that notification bell.
When you hit that bell, it ring. When it ring,
you see us. Bingo.
You did what I'm telling you? Come on, man. Shout out to E-Dubs, After Dark, Keisha Passion for Fashion. You know what I mean? What is the Cooking with Corray coming soon? You dig what I'm telling you? Cocky K, what's up with you? You know what I mean?
What's going on?
You know what I mean? What's up, man? We got a lot going on today.
We got a whole lot.
Hold on, let me get my notes. I'm lunching. How I don't got my notes up? A whole lot going on. You know what I mean? So, look here, man. We're going to start with basketball, you know, because we down to the nitty gritty. We already see what was going on with the West right now.
You not call it?
Yeah.
Well, I called them. I called Joe to come out too, but you know they
because we both said
we did say that.
We both said
hold on. Well, man, you thought we was tripping, right? Yeah, it's OKC. I'm like, they ain't gonna really agree. All right. You see what's going on?
No, man, they was hammered. But now the jury's still out on the East. I mean, I still like the Pacers, but Pacers don't sleep. The Knicks stole one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We knew they was gonna come out on fire, but we didn't know they was gonna come out on fire.
But we knew they was gonna take care of business at home.
They had to.
When you got a closer like Jalen Brunson, he's not losing at home. If you're gonna beat him, you're gonna beat him on the road.
I think Cat really carried them. Cat was balling. What he had? 26 and 14 or some shit like that.
Yeah. In the other game, he had what, like 34?
Yeah, he was. Look,
he had a pretty good series.
You know, really watching Cat though, that motherfucker really nice though.
Put it this way, he had a better series than the dude that he got traded for.
Oh yeah, Julius. Didn't I tell you about Julius? Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
This nigga.
He couldn't do. I think he had two respectable games out the whole series.
Yo, everybody know his game, man. It's like he's going to the left, and he's forcing shit. And I'm like, look at this, dude. Look at him.
Yeah.
I said he doing this. He doing that shit again. I was just saying that. You know what I mean? Like he doing it again. He couldn't help himself. You know what I mean? But New York is looking like the better ones with that trade. You know what I mean? It's a shame that Dante he hasn't had
DiVincenzo, he ain't the same.
He hasn't had a good series. Last series, he was balling. This series against OKC, not good at all.
When it gets when it gets deeper.
But you know,
you got a bunch of octopus hands and piranhas over there, man. They on you.
OKC defense was smothering though. And they run. Them motherfuckers is energetic. It's like they don't lose no energy. At all.
Is my man becoming a star?
Who?
Jalen Williams. I mean, he ain't become. Come on, that's his Robin. But he been balling.
He's been.
Don't forget, it's two of them.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the dark skinned boy with the braids.
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. But coming, see, because he's been hurt. I gotta see a little bit more. You know what I mean?
But you seen him in the playoffs, man. You done seen him for 3 rounds.
In the playoffs. He's dominating. But I really think SGA.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Is definitely the factor because of that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, if SGA is out, I want to see more of what he going to do.
Well,
we haven't seen that yet because it's like he's been hurt. You know, but he came back. He is balling. I'm not gonna take away from his from that series or the other series.
That makes it even more efficient that you coming back from a major injury like that and you're balling.
Yeah.
Normally, an injury like he coming off, it takes like a year or two to really get back to your full potential.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I
I
mean?
mean,
So
he's
gotta give him his
definitely
flowers, man.
he's definitely balling. Or he's definitely there robbing.
Mm-hmm.
He has been doing his thing, but
But when you got the MVP
the
too,
Wolves didn't really put up a fight, man. The motherfuckers, you know, they had one good game, but it was like,
yo, didn't I tell you? I said if Stephen Curry wouldn't have got hurt, they wouldn't have got past the Warriors.
yeah.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Rudy Gobert, they got to do something with him, please. You know what I mean?
All those first rounders they gave up for that bum.
Oh my God, he can't grab a rebound. He can't get a double. Like, come on, dude. What you?
If you ain't got no center, he a ball.
Oh my God.
If you got a half a center, he's still suspect.
For real, they should have been dominating for real with him down there. If they really,
he ain't that type of ball.
Yeah, he's soft as Charmin.
Like people criticize Cat for being soft. The only reason we say that is because we know Cat his skill level is crazy.
Oh yeah, look.
You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gobert don't have no talent.
Nah, and
he's just big, and he made millions off of being tall.
And you know what? If you think about it, the Wolves lost twice in that trade because they kept Rudy and got Julius. You know what I mean? Both made it to the conference finals, but we seeing what Cat doing over there.
But they was there last year. Yeah, you got Julius Randle to get you over the hump, supposedly.
But the difference is they don't have Cat. Last year they had Cat. You know what I mean? This year they don't. You know what I mean? And you see what Cat doing.
That's their stupidity
with the Knicks. You know what I mean? So you know it's.
But it's gonna be a crazy. You gotta look at it too, man. You think Ant-Man ain't had something to do with that? You the franchise player. They gotta consult you with something like that.
But
he might have signed off and thought maybe, Julius Randle gonna be tougher. You know what I mean? Because when he kept getting the cat face, come on, man. You know what I mean? So he probably got, he thought Julius Randle was a different type of player, whereas though he's seeing it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a mistake that's gonna send you back some years because while y'all regressing, other teams are getting better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They do have to make some decisions. I don't know if they're gonna pick up that if they already had or pick up that contract with Julius or not. They gotta think about Colony. He was a no factor.
What I've been telling you.
They had a rookie on there that they didn't even play, and I'm like, that. See, and this goes back to playing your bench. If you don't play your bench during the regular season to get them acclimated of what y'all doing and systems y'all running and shit, and when y'all need them, because Mike Conley was not good. You've been better off playing a rookie.
But I was telling you that. You said, no, they leave him in the locker room. I said, yo, he ain't giving them. No, even when they was beating the Lakers, he still wasn't giving them nothing.
Yeah,
I said that's not going to.
It's different though. You know what I mean?
But you gotta look. But you're starting.
Yeah,
you can be on the bench doing that.
That's what but that's where I was coming from with that.
That's
right?
personnel.
Because it's like they need a veteran on that bench, something like a Haslam and the mother guy. You know what I mean? But
Haslam wasn't starting.
That's on the coaches. I wouldn't expect him to start. You feel what I'm saying? They should have had somebody else because he really didn't give them anything.
Because that's why they was able to load up on Ant-Man like that. They like he ain't gonna do nothing. Like if he scored double figures, that's a big game for him.
Yeah,
and where his career is at now.
The other kid, was that kid? Was that the kid that had came in? Damn, what is his name? He was giving them a spark off the bench.
You talk about the boy.
He was nice. He was nice.
The boy with the braid, the light skinned boy.
Yeah,
I forgot his name. We apologize, but the light skinned boy.
But yeah, he was good,
and he's young. I think he's a rookie, or he's in his second year. I think he might be a rookie.
Rob Dillingham, was that him? I think that was him.
Was it?
Yeah. I think that was Rob Dillingham. You know what I mean? But if I'm wrong,
and they got another one too. It's another young boy too.
Fact
that they have. There's another young boy too that they have that they wouldn't give no play.
Yeah.
See, you got to go with you because OKC is young. They average age is like 25 and a half. You know what I mean? So they young.
They have time to grow. I don't think Julius Randle is a good fit And honestly, he's not even a max player to me. I think New York made it look like he was a max player because
he was balling though,
but they had to do
over
something
New
with
York.
that.
But when the playoffs came,
That's
because you got to look at it. That was Julius Randle's team until Jalen Brunson came. Jalen Brunson was supposed to be a compliment player to Julius Randle, but he took over.
No, because in that last year's playoff, it showed how they can play better without him.
Right.
We already knew. Remember, we was talking on the phone and stuff. I said, "Yo, they about to trade Julius."
You did say that, and I thought that they wasn't. You did say that
because they just show what they can do without this dude.
But I'm like, when they got Cat, like that, they traded for Cat.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, that's a good move for the Knicks. I'm a Sixers fan. I knew that was a good move.
But look, the only thing that kind of fucked up that breakup was they had to put Dante DiVincenzo in that trade.
Yeah,
that's where hurt that because if they had him over there with the Knicks, they going to the chip. I ain't gonna front because we was already out.
The way he was balling.
Yeah, because that would have been a thing of that Villanova connection now, and you got that one guy from Kentucky.
But Cat, they had to give him up to get Cat.
Yeah, man. Like, so you know, it's
they thought maybe they can replace.
Chess, you know what I mean?
Or they can develop some of the other young guys. You know what I'm saying?
So
like McBride.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's been balling.
Yeah, but they might have thought he would have took off even more.
You know why though? Hold on. That motherfucking Tibbs, man.
Yeah, he don't play the young players.
Tibbs' hands has to be forced for him to play the bench.
Or somebody got to be in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His hand is forced. He has no choice now. You know
like, oh damn, I didn't know I had a bench. Yeah, dude, because they in foul trouble. You had to play these dudes. You was forced to do it.
Look, Shamet came in last game and gave him some good minutes.
That boy,
defensively, offensively. You know what I mean? Gave him some good minutes. He did what he was supposed to. Is Tibbs going to do that again tonight?
Listen,
I don't know.
Old Leopard's not going to change his spot, especially not in the win or lose. Now, if they get in foul trouble, he's forced to play them other guys, the other game.
Yeah.
But if they don't get in foul trouble, which Jalen Brunson normally does playing against them for some reason, he be getting like 3 fouls in the first half.
Because he's a defensive, for real.
Liability.
Jalen Brunson is the defensive liability.
Right.
They try to hide that shit. That's why they be dropping so fucking far. You know what I mean? Because of that switch shit. You know what I mean? So they try not to switch and keep them on the man, but one way or another, the switch will happen. You feel me? But
true that.
It's, I don't know, man. The Knicks is funny to me because they do have the talent to win, but Tibbs just don't use his personnel.
So what's your selection for the next game?
I'll say that I won't be surprised if the Knicks win tonight. But I'm going with the Pacers.
I second that. So that's boom. Yeah, I just think that I just figured that the Knicks is going to take care of business at home.
Yeah,
I didn't know that's going to blow them out like that, but Indiana going to be strong. They in their building.
Yeah,
and they able to close them out. So I believe I mean that's what's going to happen tonight.
Long as because one thing I seen different that the Knicks did, and if they will continue to do that, they might win. Is make Turner play defense on Cat.
Well, you have to have an aggressive Cat tonight.
That's what I'm saying because
he takes some games off.
But that's why I'm saying. Listen to what I first said. I said if the Knicks do this tonight and continue to do this, we don't. They might just win, and that's make Turner play defense because the last game,
and that's Cat.
The last game, Cat was driving to. He didn't settle for the three. He was driving to the basket, killing them.
That's the Cat I like.
If you do that tonight, they gonna have a problem.
Then that open up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean for that.
They will definitely
because he gonna shoot about 3 or 4 a game at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause he's too good of a shooter to not do it.
And if he stay out of foul trouble, don't do no dumbass shit, Cap, because you know for doing some dumbass fouls. I don't be understanding.
Him and Jalen Brunson though,
because Jalen be getting cooked on the low.
Yeah, he do.
He be getting cooked on the low. That motherfucker be trying
to
grab and hold,
but he's a liability.
Look. He be grabbing and holding and shit, man, on the sneak to.
Oh, we ain't talking about what he doing on offense. He be assaulting. You got bruises all over your body for playing defense because he elbowing you that little.
Oh shit, yo, man, this motherfucker's man. That motherfucker know how to draw a foul.
Yes,
man.
he do.
Between him and SGA, man, them niggas is in a. They should give an award out for niggas who draw fouls, and I bet you it'll be between Brunson and SGA, man. Them two niggas know how to draw.
James Harden used to be real good at it,
man. Oh man, but look, man, on some other NBA news, man. The Celtics is in the cap space situation. Whereas though they have a lot of their roster right now consists of some high-paying motherfuckers.
Yeah, some things to think about, man, especially with Tatum out, man.
But Tatum being out, is some things that got to be thought of. And moving these contracts, because right now we will be definitely above the tax. I think the tax right now is 207. We at 248 or some shit like that. So with Drew Holiday being on the top of the list, they
gotta keep him though, man.
But they it's all about the money now, man. The fucking business.
Let Porzingis go. Y'all can do without him.
I mean, he's second. He's second. They not sure what they're gonna do with him.
Drew is more important than him.
But Drew
he's more
definitely
linked
to Dallas.
Really?
Yeah.
Linked to okay.
Yeah, for Gafford.
Didn't they get Rondo from y'all before?
From Gafford. Yeah,
Dallas?
Yeah.
They trying that again.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he went over there
when they had Rick Carlisle over
right.
There. Yeah.
I remember that. He was balling a little bit, then they got into something.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then they traded him to
see, we know our history here.
I think it was LA after that, right? He got traded
yeah.
After that, right?
No, he went somewhere else.
Orleans,
then the Lakers got him.
Orleans after that.
Yeah, I think he went to the Pelicans.
Yeah. It was Orleans and then because
it was him
because
and
that squad was balling too.
Yeah, it was him and Rue.
Yeah.
Because they swept the Blazers.
Yeah.
That year. That's what Anthony Davis is over there. They cut, right?
But if they saying Jaylen Brown and Derek White is untouchable,
you already know that.
They're not going to touch them. We don't know because sometimes when the money gets funny and the deal sounds too good to be true, because right now some reports, I don't know how true this is, but they keep bringing up Giannis.
But Jalen
linked to the Celtics.
Jalen is healthy though. I don't think they. Now, if they could get Giannis, they'd do it.
Look, they just said after we lost, they said he was playing with a torn tendon or some shit like that.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So he hurt too, but he was coming off an injury.
But he gonna be ready for next season though.
Hopefully, but right now the jury's up because, of course, we may not be the top two teams. You know what I mean? Top five still. I think we will still be in that range. But Tatum gonna be out for the whole season. I think he shouldn't even come. I think he should stay out the whole season.
No, I believe that they got to protect. That's the franchise
get 110%. You know what I mean? Ready. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And then
you'll be better. You feel me? But you still need a team though to still compete, to be up there. I don't know, man. Shit, I'm up here thinking like the Celtics may pull some shit off with Dallas to get Cooper Flag and shit on some shit like that. Like, look, I give you Jaylen Brown, Derek White.
You know, my man. And, like he pulled some stuff off. You know what I mean? Your GM. You know what I mean?
Brad Stevens.
Yeah, like he was under Danny Ainge. So he come from under that umbrella. When it rained, they protected.
And look, he coached these guys first. So he's looking at how he see the team should be structured.
Right.
Anyway, so now he's like, oh, now I'm up top. Now I can make the. Oh yeah.
But I knew he coming out of college from Butler.
Butler, yeah.
Butler only been to the championship game because of him.
Facts. Twice.
You know what I'm saying?
Twice.
They didn't win, but
and that was
nobody expected them to even beat it.
And that was with Gordon Hayward. He was balling back then.
That's why y'all made that move.
Yeah, right.
Because he was familiar with it.
Yeah.
You know
so Celtics, man, right now is still out. But Drew is on the top of that list.
Yeah. Gotta take care of him though.
Porzingis is not too far behind. I mean, for real, none of them guys really gave us anything in this year's playoffs anyway. You know, we was even though I felt like we was going to beat New York, I
thought y'all was too.
I knew Indiana was going to give us a run for our money as they did last season. But hey, man, shit happens. Hopefully Tatum, you sit out the whole season. Don't even come back. I know you like playing ball. Sit out the whole season.
Get right. Get 100%.
Get 110%.
I'm not a Celtics fan, but I like him. That's who I wanted us to draft.
And let them guys, figure it out, man. We're going to be ready and shit, man. Straight up, But on some other shit, hold up. On some other shit, man, moving to baseball.
Yeah.
We talked about it in episode 2 with the Phillies, and I had questioned the scouting of the pitchers.
Yeah.
What are these guys doing? Why is the bullpen looking the way it's looking? Right? And with Alvarado being now 80 games, including the playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy. We don't touch on that too, y'all.
We have to make some moves. So from what I got right here is that Josh Walker, left-hand pitcher acquired by the Phillies, and that's major. That's added to the bullpen.
And he came from the Blue Jays, right?
The Blue Jays, yes. Okay. Yeah.
And don't forget, we also got Daniel Robert from the Texas Rangers.
Oh,
also.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So they got 2 pitchers that they brought in. So we was addressing that last week about they need to make a move.
Yes.
So they did make a move, but will these be the right guys?
Would it fit what we're trying to do? I don't know if that's the case, because honestly, I don't know. I mean, we're winning. We're currently number 1 right now, behind
record wise.
Record wise, the Mets is 1 game behind us, but we are still successfully winning with the help of Kyle Schwarber. Shout out to Schwarber, man. That motherfucker.
Schwarber!
He's having a good month right now. Let's just say that.
No, but you know where his month really is. It's June.
Yeah. You were saying that.
The boy averaged like 9 or 10 home runs that month for June.
Yeah, man.
Like it's not a mystery. It's definitely not a mystery.
We hitting, man.
Y'all know what he does.
Hey, so the pitching, the bullpen, the joy's still out.
Suspect.
We'll see how that looks. But with Alvarado being out, including the playoffs.
Yeah, let's touch on that, man. What you think about that situation, man?
80 games is cool. Okay, you got them for
the PED.
Yeah.
But they still ain't say what it was though.
Yeah, right. What was it for? You know what I mean? Did he know? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, was these questions that, or are you just saying fuck it, man?
If somebody guilty of something, you got to say what they guilty of.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? So, or do he want it out there? Who knows? But that's a hurt piece, and in the bullpen. Although we talked about Alvarado,
he's the closer.
You know what I mean? He still was familiar and has been successful. He has had his games, whereas those like, come on, man, with the bullshit.
And then he looked awesome.
Yeah. So but that's a hurt piece.
Jekyll and Hyde. Like you don't know which pitcher you gonna get.
That's a hurt piece, man. I think the penalty is a little extensive.
Right, because he can't pitch in the playoffs. So if it's an 80-game suspension,
right,
after the 80 games, that should be it. So just keep it real and say he's done for the season.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what y'all telling us.
Yeah, because if it's
cut the BS.
If it's on a thing of maybe he's not going to play,
you know what it is?
In the playoffs,
because it's us.
Yeah, it's the Phillies.
Let him have been on the Yankees, or the Dodgers. It would have just been 80 games. Y'all know we about to come and take it, and y'all took our closer away. That's what y'all doing, man. Y'all haters. Y'all don't like Philadelphia for nothing, man. Y'all don't. But want to come here and eat our cheesesteaks, but don't want our teams to win. Get out of here, man. I'm on one today. I'm on y'all.
Oh, get the salt.
Stop. Cut the hate out. Cut the hate.
And our water ice. You know what I
mean? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And our cream cheese on the bagel. Go get something else.
Yo, you know, we were just named the city, the music. I think it was the music city. I think.
Really?
Damn, I'm trying to think of. I'm messing.
What,
the title
music city capital or something?
Something like that. You know what I mean? And they had freeway speaking at the congressman and shit like that.
Oh yeah, so it's something big.
Yeah. And I think they had passed the bill on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, Philadelphia with our rich musical background. You know what I mean? Shit, you talking to two guys who rap.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
So props to Philadelphia on that note.
Yeah, man, props, you know what I mean? Man. But yeah, man, Philly, man. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, get the. But yeah, with the Phillies, yeah, I think it's because of us, you know, or who it is, you know what I mean? It's because with the Dodgers, Yankees,
and you know what
they
it
sweep
is,
shit under the rug. You know what I mean?
They definitely do. Remember the bat situation?
10 game suspension. You know what I mean? On some, you know what I mean? It'd be lightweight. You feel me? But hey, cool, 80. He get 80. We want to know what it was. Maybe he don't want it out.
It ain't 80. It ain't 80.
But you know, it's the whole season because now he can't play in the playoffs.
Oh, don't forget, and he's also missing $4.5 million of the salary.
Ooh,
let's add that too.
Shit.
Yeah. So that means he was getting like $9 million a year.
Yeah.
To pitch this season.
Damn.
Because that's 80 games and it's a 162 game season.
If he was getting any sponsorships. What did that do for that too?
I don't know. I don't think he was getting that.
Do he lose any of that? Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, listen, if you ain't getting paid,
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, because that's a violation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, damn, man. Hey, but look, man. Hey, Phillies made a couple moves. I liked it. We talked about it last episode. They got to make some move and bring some guys in. I like the guy Josh Walker trade. We needed that left-hand pitcher. That's cool. You know what I mean? Because most of our bullpen is right-handed, right?
Yeah. We got a couple lefties, but they ain't having
right.
For real.
Look, man, we talk about this, man. The hitting be good. You feel me? You know what I mean? We good with, but that pitching, man.
Yeah, sometimes our bat's not going to go. It's a 162 game season.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? But so we need pitching too.
We need that pitching to be our offense and not our defense. You know what
if
I mean?
We up and we put the bullpen in like the 7 to 8, we supposed to win that game.
Yeah, facts. So
do your job.
So right now, again, we 36 and 18.
No. It'd be 20 because we dropped number 2. When we won 9 in a row.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
We lost last night. Then we lost the other game that we supposed to sweep the Athletics.
All right, cool. So we 36 and 20.
But my man pitching,
and the Mets is 35 and 19.
My man pitching tonight, Jose Luzardo.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah. He like numbers wise, he's our best pitcher.
Yeah.
He didn't lose a game. He's still under 2 runs.
You know
what I mean? ERA. So
all right, so that's good. All right. How
about that?
So that's a dub. You know what I
mean? And he come from the Marlins. This is first season over here. But they need to bring that young boy up though, Bill.
Yeah. I
remember
Painter.
that they need to bring Painter up because he's killing it down there.
No, I had just seen that
in the minor leagues.
I was just reading on that, and they were saying something in reference to they're not going to bring him up yet. They're going to wait till the
right time.
Yeah, the right time. They don't want to. You feel me? They don't want to bring him up right now. You feel me? They see what he's doing. You know what I mean? But they's like, we gonna wait.
I'm about to have him up there in the Mother Bulls.
Close to the to like the playoffs.
The Romano, I don't mess with him. I don't mess with him. And Strom, you suspect too.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Like I'm sick and tired of all this with the pitching, man.
Yo,
Like, come
it's
on,
been
man.
going on for too long though. Real shit.
Yeah, that's
Real
what's stopping us from winning the whole thing.
Yeah, because when the going gets tough, we need that pitcher to step. You know what I mean, to step up and get some strikes.
Remember
out.
on Sanford and Son?
You know what I mean?
The going gets tough, so the tough get going. You better get going before I get tough. You know what I mean? Y'all boys been going when it got tough. For real.
Hey, look, man. On back to the NBA though.
Let's talk about it.
We seen with the draft, 106 players filed for the draft. For the NBA draft.
Isn't that the lowest in like 10 years?
Lowest in 10 years. And they saying, the NIL is keeping them is keeping the kids from getting in the draft. They saying, well, shit, man, I can be 25 and still play.
But you know what what's going on though? I just want to touch on real quick. It's like you're really getting paid to go to college now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If you in that mix and they cutting you a check, it's no sense of urgency for you to make it to the pros.
Yeah, right.
Because you already solidifying your future with your degree and you're getting paid.
Yeah, facts. So
you know what I mean.
So now you're able to get your bachelor's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and use your likeness.
And you can buy a house
to get sponsors and stuff. That
you usually couldn't buy a house until you made it to the pros. Now you can do that.
Right? How about it?
You know what I'm saying? You take care of your family.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying before you graduate.
Get your mom out the projects and shit like that. You know what I mean? And and get your degrees. You know what I mean? Your bachelor's, masters, whatever.
That's a win-win situation, bro.
So it's definitely a business move for the players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see the transfer portals and shit like that. Oh my God. Like what's the oldest player that had played in college? I think it's like 26, right?
That I don't know because it seems like
because they give players eligibility due to the COVID years and shit. So now they able to play, certain usually back then it used to be like the high used to be like 22.
Who was the boy was 22 and they was like he's an older quarterback that was in the draft. They said they didn't want to pick him because he's old. I'm like 22 ain't old.
What in this draft?
Yeah.
That just passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, who was
they were saying they wanted to go younger because they figured a 22-year-old quarterback was too old.
I don't know.
He got drafted. The only
kid I know that was older, he was he played for Georgia. You know what I'm talking about?
Not Beck, right? Not Carson Beck, right?
Yeah. He was old as shit. I think he was like
maybe that's who it was. But they were saying the team passed up on him because he was 22. They were saying they wanted a much younger quarterback. I'm like,
yeah,
what's wrong with maturity?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's crazy though. I missed that, John. But if they out there saying that for a 22-year-old,
yeah, they said that's crazy. They said they passed him because, but that's one team, not everybody.
Yeah. But
just their way of thinking is messed up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Whatever team said that, they probably losing any fucking way. The motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, what?
I heard that. I'm like, hold on.
Whoever
did I hear that?
Y'all probably stink
correctly?
Anyway. That's why y'all stink because y'all saying dumb shit like that.
Yeah, y'all making them dumb mind decisions, man.
But the NBA gotta. I mean, but do the NBA have a problem? Is that a problem? Because for me, I'm gonna say this: NBA ain't playing all them players anyway, right?
Oh yeah, you talking about far as the NBA with that?
Far as the teams, some of them go overseas, some of them is in the G League, some make the team, get on the bench, shit like that. So, is the NBA really losing off of that, or is it just the top 10 players is what really matters anyway?
That's what it seemed like to me. They train the thought, and we talk about billionaires right now making dumb decisions. So everybody dumb in the world.
Yeah. So what you think? What you think on that? Do you think the NBA got a problem on their hands?
I think it can get out of hand. The NBA kind of like pretty good with getting things to the to the nitty gritty. That's like one of the most well ran leagues for sports organizations in the country. Because even a lot of football players say they wish like that y'all ball players don't realize how y'all got it. Y'all got guaranteed money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I think the NBA is pretty good with handling situations before it get too out of hand. So I'm don't make me wrong. Don't make me wrong on this one. But I mean, I just think y'all know how to handle business when it comes to the money and the situation, the TV deals. Y'all good with y'all wonderful with that.
I mean, everybody is competing with the NFL. You know what I mean? As far as like the TV deals, the marketing and shit like that. NFL is blowing them out the water. I think that's why the NBA is doing shit like the mid-season cup, the NBA cup and shit like that to bring
that was because the players wasn't balling like they supposed to, so they had to put something that they're playing for something.
But
you know what I mean?
But understand why they did that though. The players wasn't balling. They had to put something that's more that will be competitive,
lucrative,
right? Because they're losing viewership, right? That's why this is why I'm kind of leading it up to that to where it say because they were losing viewership, the NFL got their own day. You know what I mean? 2 days. Now 3. You feel me? It's about to be 4 or 5 because they about to be on Friday and they trying to find a way to get on Fridays and Saturdays too. You know what I mean? Like the NFL, the NFL, like nigga, we about to corner the market. Break it down in sections. You know what I mean? So
NBA is second.
So
now, so it used to be number one.
The NBA right now is suffering. So these players the recent player, what you think? The last 5 seasons in the NBA was all the draft picks. Let's just say the top 10 draft picks. Were all of them hammered?
No.
Some of them not even playing right now. You know what I mean? So
it's it's players that fell in the draft that's playing way better than them top guys, the top 10 picks.
Yeah. So even though them guys is coming out number 1, number 2. Now I will say Cooper Flag will be like that. He done already proved it when he played during the summer in the USA joint, and he said he was cooking them.
Yeah. So now we're gonna see him every night.
But Cooper and the other 2 young boys, I think they're gonna be ready. But
Ace
and Ace Belly and Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
Ron Harper's son.
Yeah. Those 3 is definitely legit. But other than that, you got to think back like, damn, is any of them taking over the league or anything like that? No, because right now, the guys who is taking over the league right now, you got Tatum, you got SGA, you got Ant, you got Joker, you got Brunson, you got Halliburton now because he making a name for himself now.
All of the younger guys.
I think that's it for real. That's 6, and because the older guys is about to be out in a minute, like the LeBrons, the KDs.
But you know, Giannis still doing this thing.
Oh yeah, and Giannis is up there, but he kind of fell back a little bit. Like far as the stardom. You know what I mean?
It's the roster.
Yeah, so they thought bringing Dame over, and Dame was thinking, coming over would change his.
Hey, we all thought when they made that move,
change his trajectory. But that like
health, man.
Like who would have thought that? You know what I mean?
Right.
It was
then he was going with situation with him and his wife.
Yeah.
So that he was mentally. You know what I mean?
Yep. So man. So the young guys, man. So they staying in college, NIL money. You know what I mean? Selling their likeness, and they know how to do it. This is their era, and they know how to do that shit, and they do it very well. You know what I mean? They play ball. They know what to do. And if you hammer, they gonna come knocking.
Yeah, motherfuckers. You can cut grass.
Dairy Queen sponsorships and
anything.
Wawa spot. You know what I mean? Shit
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, definitely. Shit, man, you might have Jordan Brand come knocking at your door. And that's major. You know what I mean?
You know what?
That's major.
Now that you brung that up.
So it's
now
like,
that
shit,
you
man,
brung that up.
So you gotta look at it. They look at it like, shit, I'm Gucci.
No. What I'm about to say, since you talk about Jordan Brand, what you think about my man Cooper Flag getting a sneaker deal?
Oh yeah.
What you think about that?
Shit.
I see that.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
I ain't know that.
No, I can see him getting one. He that type of ball.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Jordan probably
for sure.
They gonna be bidding for that boy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's American.
No. I think he's already with he's with I think it's New Balance. He signed with New Balance.
Really?
Yeah. Yup. He with New Balance. He already got
him. They try to grab something like they got Tyrese.
They already got him. You know what I mean?
They need another star because Kawhi.
I think it's New Balance.
Sure?
It's either New Balance or Puma.
They grab people too.
It's either one of them. You know what I mean? But I know he already got it because he's in the commercial.
I think he needs something on some Nikes because I remember when Kobe had them.
He in the commercial with Juju. What Juju has?
Juju
Nike?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's Nike.
If he in there with her, it's Nike.
I think it's Nike. Then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I mean, you know, them guys is gonna show off that on the draft level. I don't think that would affect what's going on now with the NBA because, like I said, we just named the stars right now. You feel me? That's really going to hold it down.
So somebody else prove otherwise.
10 years. You know what I mean? But right, you know what I mean? Like you may have a Cooper Flat, just like the kid from Orlando, Paulo.
Oh, damn, we forgot him. Yeah,
Banchero. You know what I mean?
Paulo Banchero. Yeah.
You know,
he's nice.
He's nice. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's different.
So it is.
He was worth being number
saying
one.
That
you know, what I mean?
Some of the top guys hadn't come out and really made some noise, but it hasn't been a lot of them. But guys like Paulo.
So let's talk about the trade of somebody on that team that we was talking about in the green room.
Oh man,
let's discuss that.
Oh man,
because
that's a good segue.
His sidekick.
Yo, they talking about Jalen Suggs trading like a trade with Cleveland for Jalen Suggs and basically a swap. Jalen Suggs
Darius Garland
for Darius Garland. What you think of that? I mean, they both hurt, injured. So you trade and
I like
Damon's
Suggs
goods
over Orlando. I think
Do you
playing
think
with Donovan Mitchell that's so ball dominant would take away from him.
Yeah,
it would be a better situation for Garland.
So
with the team, you know what I mean?
So is Suggs plays the one, or he plays the two?
No, he's like
a wing player, right?
He's like they what you call it? He's like a combo guard.
Okay.
He can play either or.
Okay.
You know what
because
I mean?
I'm gonna be honest, I
was
watched him,
scorer.
Especially in college when he was with Gonzaga, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched too many games of his Orlando games. You know what I mean? I've been seeing, certain stats and stuff like that. But I have watched Darius a lot of. I mean, honestly, man, I don't know if either of them on either team is going to be. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be mediocre for real.
But like I said, I just believe that if Garland went to Orlando, it would be a better situation for him to showcase his talent,
right?
Because he wouldn't have to take a back seat because he's not playing with somebody like Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell, he gonna put it up.
So you like the coaching. Let me ask you this. So you like the coaching of either team. So what's my man for Orlando? The head coach for Orlando. Because you got Kenny Atkinson on Cleveland.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
What's his name?
What's the brother name?
Because he just became their coach recently.
Yeah. What's the brother name? I'm sorry. Forgive us, man, but brain fart.
I know who the Orlando Magic coach is.
But
I mean,
which coaching style you like better? You know what I mean? To really fit that. Do you like Darius over there?
I just think because of the situation he's going to be in, not pretty much the coaching. It's pretty much how the roster is built for him to do him. Because they looking at a guard to take up some of that slack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off of Pat, it's Pat Carroll's team,
right?
But they need a consistent guard.
So,
and I think Garland would be that for them
because they got
But Suggs is nice though. He's still young though.
But they got the kid. Whatchamacallit's son.
Oh, you talking about Cole Anthony?
Cole Anthony Jr. over there.
Yeah, Cole Anthony.
Who they had starting over
there? They don't forget they got the man Franz Wagner.
His
brother was out. So those are the two out.
Yeah.
Mortis, Wagner, and Suggs is out.
Right.
They was out for the rest of the season.
So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to fact check the Magic's head coach. Put it in the comment if you got his name. Put it in the comment for us. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, because y'all took him out in 5 games. We didn't get to look at him long enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's crazy. When the cameras go off, we're going to remember his name.
Yeah, I know, right? Damn, man. But yeah. You know, the NBA got some work to do, of course, competing with the NFL far as TV time, but also keeping people engaged.
But you got to understand, the NBA has 82 games too to 17.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of harder to get, you got a lot of games that you got to deal with because NFL does a very good job of making games, competitive games when they're on national television.
Yeah, it's about the matchups.
Now, Thursday night, they was kind of slipping. For a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because but they got better with that. They knew how to.
Yeah.
That's almost like the best game of the week on Thursday night.
Right.
Because they know everybody home watching.
But on the NFL, the way they match up, like far as how they do their scheduling, it's always about matchups and the competition.
It's genius.
And again, this goes back to what you said too earlier. The NBA had to find a way to make the players in the NBA competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they were not competitive. This is the most this Eastern Conference Finals game right now. The Knicks and the Pacers, and the reason why it's so exciting is because the refs is letting them play, and both teams is physical. They hold and they grabbing, they hitting, they elbowing, they scoring unbelievable shots. Oh my, they talking shit. Yo, it's looking live. So now you get more viewership. Why not get another game on that? So I think this shit. Don't be surprised. This shit might not go. This
when
shit
you
might
add
go
an extra game in the season, you know you doing it.
Yeah,
you ain't losing no money.
Yeah, so the NBA is seeing this. It's saying, oh shit,
and they all friends. You know that.
Next season,
they sit in there.
Next season,
the commissioners and all that. They all hang with each other.
Look, we about to turn up.
They hang with each other
next season. You know what I mean? And watch how the playoffs is. You know what I mean? The playoffs should get a little more less whistle than in the regular season, but at the same time, you know what I mean? You want to make it competitive like how the Knicks and the Pacers is playing each other.
Yeah.
That's going to be more like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because
but that's how the last series was with Oklahoma City and Timberwolves.
Yeah.
They were like very physical with them.
Yes.
And like they said, I'm quoting, I ain't saying his name, but I'm quoting him. Lou Dort is a linebacker playing basketball, man. He really is. He's a linebacker playing basketball. You see, you look at him. You look at the boy. He like this. He on you.
Yeah.
He was giving
cover
Julius Randle.
He was playing cover 2. He was playing cover 2.
You know
what I mean? He was like, look, man.
It's like he is safety or nickelback or something, man.
He was on your ass. Man. You feel me? Straight up, man. He was on your ass for real. You feel me? But yeah, man. You know,
I wanted to address something too. I know it wasn't what we was talking about in the green room. I just want to say something real quick. Like hockey. You know, I follow that too. You got the Florida Panthers, and they're playing the Edmonton Oilers in the finals. You know what I mean? For the Stanley Cup. I'm rolling with the Florida Panthers. It's their 3rd year in a row, and they beat them. But the boy Connor McDavid on Edmonton is a beast. He's a monster. Y'all know. Connor McDavid, I'm thinking about getting his jersey. Because I like him like that. You know what I mean? He wanted them like that Nets Gretzky.
Yeah.
But that's all. I wanted to just address that for the hockey fans that let y'all know, like, I'm rolling with the Florida Panthers this year, and I think it's going to be 6 or 7 games. What you think?
You know, I
know you ain't into it all like that, but you know the main.
I don't really watch hockey to know enough of who's better than who.
Trust your boy right here.
You know what I mean?
Florida.
But if you say Florida is one of them,
this their 3rd year.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with
this
Florida.
This is 3rd year in a row making it.
Shit.
They beat them last year.
They about to be a dynasty.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm going with Florida then. I like that. So, but there's other team, Edgement.
Edmonton Oilers. But they got their super. They got Connor McDavid.
Okay, the Oilers.
They got Connor McDavid.
Right. So the Oilers is the underdog now in this thing right here.
Yeah.
They
played them last year and they beat them.
I'm gonna say this though. I was just telling Mac this the other night and shit. We was talking, and I said, Mac, I like going for the underdog for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's their story, man. Y'all be hoping motherfuckers.
That's how you win the money, though. If they pull it off
or some shit like that.
Yeah, they win. You win money.
But yeah, I mean, shout out to the Oilers for even making it, and the Panthers for making it a 3rd time. That's crazy, you know. So, but I'm at to go.
They took out the Carolina Panthers. You see, I had that on a couple segments ago.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you know what I mean, they knocked them off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They wiped the. They was up 3-0. I'm like, oh, they throwing them like that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, I've been so much NBA and, you know, stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I do follow hockey, but I don't do it like football, basketball, even baseball became, you know what I mean? I used to play hockey before baseball, but in my eyes, as a black man, I like baseball better, you know what I mean, than hockey. But I still, you know, I rocks with all the sports. Yeah. I don't do no NASCAR though. I don't do that.
Yeah,
I don't do that. My cousin do that.
Yeah, I used to watch that when I was younger, but
after Dale Earnhardt and all them, he died, man. I stopped watching that, man.
Yeah, I fell out of love with it.
Come on, man. How you gonna make your last? You about to retire? You got your last lap and you get killed. Come on, man. Something was up with that, man. That's why I stopped. I stopped doing that, man.
But look, man,
we keep it real on here.
I know, man. That's knocks on one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's my brother right there. Yo, in the NFL, man.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. That's what I'm talking about.
Couple things right now. The OTAs has started.
Yes, it did.
You know, you had some players at camp. Mm-hmm. You had some players not at camp. You
Didn't show up. Yep.
OTAs is voluntary, so you know the players, the vets don't have to show. The rookies damn sure do. You know what I mean? But the vets, you know, they can come when the official training camp starts.
That's like what, like a couple more, like a month or so.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but it was some rumblings when for us, Washington, that Terry didn't show up for OTAs
contract,
and you know he's up for an extension.
They always do that.
You know, I think it's normal shit to do.
Scary Terry.
You know what I mean? I'm not worried. I know Adam Peters had already said that they plan to keep him here for a very long time. I think it's just a point of matter of building up the you know,
it's just about that couple out.
Yeah.
But y'all better not wait too long because you know when upper wide receivers start getting that bag, then you got to match that. You know what I mean? Pretty much.
I think
that market go up.
something around 3 years, 80, 82.
That ain't bad.
You know what I
Scary
mean?
Terry?
30 guarantee. That was out there.
Like, this is first extension though, right? He ain't been in the league that long.
I believe so.
Yeah, he off his rookie joint, ain't he?
He been off his rookie. He been with us for a good damn, I ain't gonna front. It feels like 10 years, but it probably been.
No, it ain't been that long. But
it probably been at least 6,
5
7,
or 6, something like that.
You know, 6, 7 seasons and shit. You know what I mean? So you know, and you got to understand, he been through. You got to give him the money, man. He been dedicated. He done played with 100 quarterbacks.
He could have went somewhere else and he stayed. You right when he got his extension the first time.
Yeah.
That's right. He stayed with y'all when y'all had them.
When we had
you better
Ron
keep him when you got because he had the mediocre quarterbacks.
Man, he done played with 100 of them. and still produce what he produced. So that show you that it don't matter who throw it to him, he gonna get his. You know what I mean? So nice. But now he got somebody official. You gotta get man. But I'm not worried about that. You feel?
But you see how they operate in the playoffs, so you know you already know.
Yeah,
you already know what's going on.
And then for y'all, man, y'all about to make a trade for Bryce Huff.
Yeah, we gotta get him out of here.
To the 49ers.
Yeah, he was no harm.
For a couple draft picks.
Yeah, because they paid that, they gave that boy that bag.
2 draft picks and some capital, some shit like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Get him out of here. I saw that they were saying that they was doing it, but I don't think nothing's finalized yet.
Yeah.
So that when they throwing in the air, it might when it go down, if it go down,
I think it'll go down. It's gonna happen because they were already talking about the connection with Bryce Huff and Saleh from now he's the defensive coordinator, but was the head coach who drafted him when he was with the Jets.
Yeah.
So they talking about that relationship already and shit. So
because he had a real good year, but he wasn't nothing for us. And the way we played defense, you can't produce in that defense. I don't know what's up with you.
Yeah,
you suspect. He was no him.
Yeah,
I said, we got the ball off from the Jets, man.
Yeah.
That ball was. Man,
he stunk it up.
You can't keep nobody on your roster paying no money. You gotta try to. You just gotta wet that.
Yeah,
for real, man. He was no hammer. Good luck, San Francisco. Hopefully, y'all can do something when he.
Watch him shine.
No hammer.
Watch him shine. When he get over there, he gonna shine. Watch.
He gonna shine shoes.
Oh, this nigga crazy. This nigga say he gonna shine shoes.
Yeah, that's why he could shine over here. This defense, a Super Bowl winning defense that did what they did to the Chiefs, and you ain't produced on that.
Yeah,
like come on, you got other people wasn't supposed to not been good as you got bags.
Yeah,
like you ain't hammer, man. Get out of here. We couldn't even get no value for you.
Nah.
Get them bums out of here.
No players behind that. Yeah, but a couple draft picks is good for y'all. I mean, y'all racking up on draft
picks. But what's good about the situation? We won, despite him being no hammer.
Yeah.
Now we would have lost, and then it wasn't because he didn't produce. You know what I'm saying? So it's a win-win situation, man.
I mean,
get him off the books.
I mean, y'all had some step up through players who y'all wasn't expecting, i.e. Zach Bone,
right?
You know what I mean, and guys like that.
But that's the one that we expected, and he was no hammer,
right?
You know what I mean?
he was Dookie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and he was cutting Dookie. You feel me? What you think about? I had sent this to E. Yo, what's up, E? I sent this to E. What you think about? Brian Schottenheimer saying that Dak is still in his development phase.
and that just folks he does supposed to be on the show with us today as our special guest, and due to family circumstances he couldn't make it. So this was one topic we really wanted to share with him because he's y'all know he's a Cowboys fan, with Dak with the Dak situation. So I'm just looking at it like maybe Schottenheimer's seeing what a lot of fans and media people are seeing.
I mean, he should have been seen it because he was his OC,
right? But it wasn't for him to say. He had a position to speak. Now the camera's in front of you. He gonna say. I think he probably shouldn't have said it,
right?
But we know it's the truth.
Damn. So
Dak's at the kind of like the end. Like he's not going to be mobile anymore.
Yeah, I should have seen some more context on this because it's like. Development phase as to what though? Like, and what are you talking about?
I'm just thinking. I mean? I'm just suggesting.
Yeah, because it's like
that's what we do. We give a non-take.
Is you saying that he is for your offense? Because then I'm like, well, hold on, he was already in your offense.
Or does he mean that for the injury? Like he's like he's getting almost there.
Or is it his mechanics? Because we know what Dak can do in a regular season.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like that playoff shit.
we could just
maybe in the development stage for the playoffs.
We could just give our opinion on that, man. That's another thing. Start being specific when y'all say stuff, so we really can know what to go off, because we just speculating right now.
No, that's all we gonna do.
We speculating.
That's cool, you know what I mean? Because for real, it's kind of a sound bite anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's for us to speculate, because now it's like, hey, Dak, are you gonna? It makes it look at him like, are you gonna step up?
Right.
Or are you gonna step down after this? You feel what I'm saying?
But this is another thing too that the Cowboys do. They like to stay relevant, so they always gotta be in the media saying something, because it's about the Eagles and the Commanders. They even got the I don't know. Don't sleep. I don't know if the Giants gonna win more games than them this year, because they still in the rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
But if y'all let the Giants have a better record than y'all this year, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, with the additions to George Pickens in the office,
and if Dak can stay healthy and do what he,
they actually picked up a running back too. I forgot his name. The running back.
They
grabbed.
The bull.
But that's what they were in need of too, was a running back as well, because they had Zeke last year, and what's the name was hurt half the time and shit. So they was really struggling back there. But them drafting a running back, we'll see. But the development phase shit is like, hey, Dak, what you gonna do this season? You know what I mean? Because right now, if you're still in a development phase, you better develop real quick. You better figure some shit out, because right now, Washington with Jaden, Philly with Jalen. Hey, man,
you gotta see what your boy do.
Man,
my man, Dart.
Yo, they showed a clip of him at
Jackson Dart.
OTAs. He made a throw. I said, damn, that boy. I mean, I already knew he had an arm and shit like that. You know what I mean? I just didn't think he should have went over Shador. But because you see what Shador doing in practice, he killing them.
He cutting him.
He killing them. They already saying he's the most accurate QB in that QB competition with Dylan from Oregon.
We knew what his accuracy was.
Flacco, and I forgot who the third kid is. I mean the fourth kid is, but he out there outdoing them.
Especially when you ain't running for your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But we still haven't seen Russell out there yet. So it is. So
if that.
So it is. I think it is going to be it has to be a QB competition. You just can't say, okay, we unless the bowl is just bold enough to say, fuck it, I'm starting this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But the Cowboys got some.
Because you got Jameis over there too, so
yeah, you know what I mean. But he ain't starting.
Nah, but it's still going to be a competitor.
He third string most though. Yeah, you know what I mean. He third string. He's the locker room guy. You feel me? He gonna get everybody ready. Hype shit.
They say Russell is not really a locker room.
You know what I mean?
They say he's not really like.
He probably an introvert.
But Sean Liston said that. He said, "I can't get your number." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why you laughed. You heard about that? He said, "Yo, he might be calling you from a block number." He said, he said, I'm trying to build a relationship with him. What's going on?
And he blocking his number and shit. He don't want you to call him back at all.
Like you, look, beast mode trying to get in contact with you.
Hey, look, you don't call me, I'll call you type shit. You know what I mean?
Like a job that is not going to hire you.
my hours is from 9 to 5. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, get the...
So call me after 5. I know I ain't there.
Shit. Oh, get the... Like,
yo, we just all one today, man.
Definitely,
Life
man.
is good, man.
Hey, look, man. Let me tell you, man. We in the kitchen, June 7th, right?
Yup.
CBG Philly, 3057 Frankfurt Ave, from 8 to 1. We got a lot of artists coming,
including
us truly. We got two of the members that's not here, Mac and Sino. We gonna be killing shit. Shout out to DJ Weird Nasty who picked up my call
on the ones and twos
and said yes he can do it in such a crunch time.
He rocked with us too.
Yup, he did say that too. He was like, man, I don't know why.
That's why I said what I said. I said, oh yeah, he love working with us.
He told me, he said, I don't even know why you don't call me anyway. I'm like, yeah, you right. You know what I mean? But shout out to DJ Weird Nasty, man. And shout out to the team, man. Yo, June 7th, we in the kitchen. Come through. You feel me? 3057 Frank for that.
You already know what it is. And y'all ain't having.
You dig? And look, man, we out. This is the end of our episode 3. We in the kitchen. We in here. It's your boy Bills.
And it's your boy Knox.
You know how we doing it. We in here.
Shout out to E Stacks Doe, E Dub, after dark.
You dig?